So join us today as we show you around the cathedral city of Ely in Cambridgeshire. You will find Ely just 24 miles away from the famous university city of Cambridge. Ely is actually the second smallest city in England. There is much within walking distance in Ely to explore, as you will see in this video, from a wonderful riverside area to Ely Cathedral and Oliver Cromwell's house. We were shocked and had to read this sign twice. A car park that's in walking distance to the centre of the city, and the parking was free. Yes, free. And on top of that, and on top of the parking being free, the toilets were free. I'm still in happy shock months later. This awesome building is called the Maltings. It is a landmark Victorian brewery which is now operating as an events venue. You'll see the building a bit better towards the end of the video as we drive out of the car park. We must be on a flight path for a nearby airbase, as we saw a few of these beasts during our stay in Ely. The riverside of the Great Ouse River is a wonderful place for a wander, or to rent a boat, or just grab a drink in one of the various establishments along the way. And it is not uncommon to get a peek through to Ely Cathedral from many parts as you wander around Ely. And quite rightly, there are benches beside the river, so you can just enjoy life and watch the world and maybe the boats go by. I do think this riverside area would get packed in the summer, but on this slightly cool early autumn day it was lovely and quiet. Peacock's Tea Room. What a wonderful location on a sunny day to sit outside in its gardens, surrounded by traditional cottage flowers with a beautiful pot of tea and a snack. In this old building we find Waterside Antiques, which is huge and has a wonderful array of antiques inside. Right, time to head to the cathedral now. We enter by one of their rear arches where the Almany restaurant and tea rooms is found. We then head through the cathedral gardens, the Almany gardens, and their recommendations on plants for certain ailments, which we will see shortly. Here we have Ely Cathedral in its full glory, with its unique 14th century octagonal tower with a wooden lantern. Okay, so here are the medieval recommendations if you have an infectious wound or injury. Or, this is what they used to recommend best back in medieval times, for stomach ailments. Or what you should take if you have a cough or cold. Ely Cathedral has been open for over 1300 years. Ely Cathedral is the third longest medieval cathedral in England at 161 metres. Ely Cathedral has had a choir since the 10th century. For many centuries this was just a boys' choir, but back in 2006 they introduced a girls' choir. We only had to peek through the doors into the cathedral as there was a charge, but it did look gorgeous inside. So next you will see a Russian cannon, captured during the Crimean War and presented to the people of Ely by Queen Victoria in 1860. The Ely Tourist Information Centre finds itself in Oliver Cromwell's house. Oliver Cromwell was known as the Lord Protector. If you read up on Oliver Cromwell, there are both positive and negative thoughts about him, so I will sit on the fence on this one and let you do your own research and make up your own mind. But on the simple things, him and his family moved into the house in 1636 and lived there for over 10 years. Right, now to wander around Ely's small but pleasant city centre with a decent amount of independent stores and food outlets. Right, our lovely few hours in Ely are over, so time to leave, but not before we get a last view of the Victorian brewery, the river and the antiques store, if I could speak properly, as we leave. Thank you for joining us for our tour of the cathedral city of Ely. Make sure you've subscribed, then you'll be notified when we release a new video. It is completely free to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!